guys, it's another day at Derek Talk Tech. And today we have an intro on the game that revolutionized mobile gaming. Okay, wait a sec. If you haven't seen my channel trailer, go see it now. Here's the link. Where were we? Oh yeah, that's right. Here's the game that revolutionized mobile gaming. Dun 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 dun. We're gonna investigate this game and learn Pokemon from my perspective. Pokemon, now let's go. I have some surprises at the end, so stick around and you will be rewarded. Beginning of Pokemon Go overview. Pokemon Go is a mobile video game released in July 2016 by maker Niantic with help from Nintendo. It has a similar aspect to Niantic's earlier game Ingress, AR, but has a Pokemon twist. It sparked songs and memes and dominated popular culture in 2016, making $200 million in its first month. For now, it's the closest we can get to being real trainers on our smartphones. But we really don't know what companies have up their sleeves. Now let's go on to the real reason I made this video. And probably the main reason you'll see in this video. Pokemon Go gameplay. Load it up. And okay guys, here we go. So this is the map of Pokemon Go. Black is the streets. Green is in between the streets. And the blue right there is the buildings. Any building. And blue is Pokestops. I'll talk about those later. And that thing up there, the bigger yellow and gray Pokestop type thing, that's a gym. I'll talk about that next episode. So, one really cool thing about Pokemon Go is the compass. You can literally use this for GPS, as long as you have internet connection. And this one, if you do it like this, the red is north, and the white is south. It's pointing you towards north. So, see that this is north up here. So, going this way is north. That's a pretty cool feature. And then if you want that off, it's just you can rotate the screen with your thumb or fingers. And another important part of the game is the purple ring around your avatar. That is the range of your avatar. You can only spin Pokestops and access gyms from within that ring. It's not a game where you can access any Pokestop on the map. It's really based on GPS and requires location. So the game is more fun when you only have to be in a certain range. Oh no internet. Let's see. There we go. Okay, beginning of the game. We have here the Pokemon on here, but if you're just starting out the game, what you'll notice is the Professor Willow will come talk to you, and then you'll start with a few items, including 20 Pokeballs, which are the things that you use to catch the Pokemon. And on the roads, and in the buildings, you will see 3 Pokemon. You'll see Bulbasaur, this guy right here. You will see Charmander, this guy right here. And you will see Squirtle, this guy right here. How to catch Pokemon. You will tap on a Pokemon on the road, and it shows you a scene, like a forest scene. Depends on the weather also. It's like raining, there's rain in the background. But you take your Pokeball, snatch it in your thumb or whichever finger you're using, and just flick it at the Pokemon. Like, flick it up, flick your thumb up. And I caught the Temple, which is what this Pokemon is. And you can keep practicing until you hit the Pokemon. And one thing that I like to do usually is to use a curveball. That's what I do almost every time. But you can just start out with the regular throw. Curveball is a little bit more difficult. And if you don't want those original 3 and you want the game's mascot Pikachu, you can choose to do that. You can walk away from the 3 starters multiple times, and after about 5 or 6 times walking away from them, you'll see a Pikachu along with the 3, and then you can choose to catch the Pikachu like that. Okay, walking around. Pokestop's the basics. This is a gym, but you can also, it acts as a Pokestop. So I'll just demo for this one. Works like all Pokestops do. So you spin it with your thumb. My item bag is full. We'll get to that later, but you'll get some items, including, at the start I think it's just Pokeballs, but you'll want to stock up on Pokeballs because you'll need to have a lot if you want to be able to catch Pokemon. Okay, another thing in the game is hatching eggs. I'm not sure what level you start getting eggs, but when you do get eggs, you go to the egg section of your Pokemon, and you start out with 9 eggs. Or no, you start out with 1 egg, but you have a max of 9 eggs. You take an incubator. I don't have an egg that I can demonstrate on, but you start out with a infinite incubator that has infinite uses on it, so you can incubate eggs infinite times with that incubator without it breaking. All other incubators have 3 uses before they break. But you can buy more 3-use incubators at the store, which we'll talk about later, if you run out. And I'll show you, when one of my eggs is ready, what the hatching is like. Okay, your Pokemon collection. Here we have your Pokemon. There's different ways you can organize them. I usually like combat power. It's best for putting in gyms. And it organizes your Pokemon from best. You can click on it again and see from worst to best. When you're transferring a Pokemon, which we'll get to in a second, it's usually good to do number, because you can see all Pokemon grouped together. But you're probably only going to want to start transferring Pokemon until you have at least 3 of one Pokemon. It's so important. Let's take, for example, let's see. Maybe one of my Rattata, which is a Pokemon that's super common in the game, and you'll probably end up catching within a few days. Here I have some features. Here you can go and take a snapshot of it, which is really cool. It uses a camera of your phone, but first you have to allow the camera usage. But it shows these surroundings. This is what I said about, it's an AR game. It's augmented reality, so it sees the world on your phone, so it looks like the Pokemon's actually there in real life. Really cool feature, and then you press the camera button and take a picture. But there's a lot more things you can do. Let's go back to that. Usually eradicate. There's an option where you can power it up, which pretty much ups the HP and CP. The HP is pretty much how much health it is, and CP is how strong it is. Alert the CP, which in gym battles makes it easier to defeat, but we'll talk about that in the next episode. There's different actions you can take right here. There's transfer, which is getting rid of the Pokemon that gives you 1 candy praise, where you can see
what your Pokemon's IV is. The IV is the individual value or something, and it compares the attack and defense and HP of the Pokemon, like how good it is compared to other Pokemon. This one is only 1 star, so isn't great. But the attack, if it has a high attack, then it's better in gym battles. If it has a good defense, it's good for putting in gyms. And if it has a good HP, that's stamina, so it's more likely to last better in gym battles. And we have right here the normal type. There's over a dozen types in Pokemon that depend on kind of what the Pokemon resembles. This one's a rat, so rats are normal. I guess it's a normal type. The weight and height don't really mean anything in the game. There's nothing special about them, but they're just there to compare. These are their attacks, which I'll talk about in the gym episode. But that's how much damage, CP damage, it does to the opponent's Pokemon. The quick attack you use just by tapping the screen, and it does 6 damage per attack. But this one, you have to charge up. The Hyper Beam you have to charge up. And when you charge it up by doing the regular bite attack, you press it down on the bottom of the screen, and it uses 150 damage. There's also Favorite, which makes it so that makes it your favorite Pokemon, and you can't transfer it unless you make it unfavorited. And there's Items, which is a shortcut to heal it with potions or revives. And then there's also the Pokedex. It's pretty useful. But first, I'll hatch an egg to show you what that looks like. This is a 2K egg, so the Pokemon are more common and less weak. And it's a starter Pokemon Turtwig. And I'm going to transfer him because I have better Turtwigs. But that's what it looks like. So you'll know you have hatched an egg if it says O and a egg is on the screen. Let's go back to the Pokedex. So this shows you all the Pokemon which you have the full Pokemon in color. That means you've caught it before. And the ones that only have an outline, it means you've seen it in the wild or in gyms. And the one where it just has the number, Pokedex number, like the number 83, that means you've never seen it before. But for this Cancer region, I have most of the Pokemon. Let's tap on a random Pokemon, maybe Eevee. And here we have the number of Eevees you've seen. If you've seen, for example, if you've seen like 5 Eevees in gyms, it only counts towards 1 seen. But I've caught 142 Eevees. And 0 lucky, that means it's a lucky Pokemon, which gives it a CP boost and makes it cost less Stardust to power up. And purified, which means if you get it from a Go Rocket battle, then you can purify it with candy, and it makes it stronger. But I'll talk about Go Rocket battles in the next episode. And it gives the weight, height. I think that's the average of the Pokemon. And then it's a little Pokedex description, which I like to read sometimes. And then the evolution down there. And Eevee is complicated because it has 8 evolutions. So, I have all of them. But they're also adding Sylveon to the game very soon, which completes it and makes it 8. And one more thing. For the Pokemon, I forgot to do this, but just go to a Bulbasaur. If you go to it, there's Power Up or Evolve. To evolve it, you hit the evolve, and you need the 25 candy to evolve it in this case. It differs for the Pokemon. Then you hit evolve and press OK, and then it evolves, which looks very similar to a Pokemon coming out of the egg, but it turns it into a new Pokemon, which is more powerful in almost every case, except some cases. I have some tips for evolving also. One of them is that you should, when you're evolving Pokemon that evolve with 25 candy and then they evolve with 100 candy, I like to evolve them and store up 125 candy at one time and then evolve it. That's usually the better way to do it, because if you evolve it with the 25 candy, you might find a better Pokemon once you get the extra 100 candy, so you just wasted 25 candy. It's usually better to do it that way. And I usually power up my Pokemon once they're fully evolved, just because it's more convenient. I don't know. You could do it whatever way you wanted. I don't think it matters too much, but it's one way I do it. And finally, the last thing I'll talk about here is the shop. This is the feature button right here. And at the top you get boxes that are full of cool stuff. And everything in the shop you can buy with Pokecoins. Pokecoins is Pokemon Go's currency. And currently, the only way to get them is putting Pokemon in gyms, which will give you $50 Pokecoins a day at max. But I'll tell you how to do that next episode. Different things you can buy. Egg incubators, they hatch eggs. Super incubators, they make it faster hatching. The battle passes are for raids, which we'll get to next episode. Poffins you feed to your buddies, which we'll also get to next episode. And you can buy more Pokeballs here. Here are some more items you can get, and buy some other things that make it easier for you to catch Pokemon. And the two really important ones that I spend most of my Pokecoins on are item bags and Pokemon storage. Pokemon storage is useful because if you're running out of space for Pokemon, you can get more space, which increases 50 Pokemon increments. And that means you don't have to transfer all your Pokemon to get up more space. An item bag is where you get more space in your item bag for items like Pokeballs and potions in increments of 50. And I'll show you the items right now. These are all the items that you can have, and all kinds. The potions heal Pokemon after a gym battle. Revives is the only way to get them up this episode, and here are your balls. Pokeball you start out with. Great Ball you get at level 15, and Ultra Ball at level 20. I believe. And here are some berries that you can use to make it easier to catch Pokemon. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of items that you can get. It's very confusing, but it's the best I can do for now. And if you're finding that you don't have enough Pokecoins to get an item bag upgrade, but you've gone over, you can hit the little garbage can button right next to any of these and get rid of some. And there's a dial you can choose to add more to discard or add less to discard. You can always discard a negative, or a minimum of 1, and a maximum of how many you have.
Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Oh, I almost forgot. The surprises. Me when I forgot the surprises. Ha 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 ha. 1. My channel is now public. Search for me at Derek Talk Tech and check out my lit channel page. And 2. If you have a question about any of my videos, contact me in the community section of my channel page, and I'll respond within 1 to 2 days. Look out for my next video in the Pokemon Go series, and I'll see you next time on Derek Talk.